In today's video, we talk Anderson Silva slamming the UFC for unfair fighter treatment, Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns verbally agreeing to fight each other, Justin Gaethje on his beef with Nate Diaz, Sean Strickland criticizes Pat Barry for his relationship with Rose Namajunas, and Michael Chandler explains why he considers Tony Ferguson still extremely dangerous despite recent downturn. Let's roll.
All right, let's get this show started!
Following his first loss to Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva went 1-6 inside the octagon. After a loss to Uriah Hall in 2020, he was released from the UFC. After that release, he decided to go into the world of boxing. In an interview with Sports Now, the Spider opened up about his departure from the UFC, and it seems that things didn't end on great terms, as the former UFC champion revealed his true thoughts on the promotion, where he fought for 14 years. That's the problem for the people in the sport, especially UFC, because UFC doesn't respect the legacy that fighters have. They try to use you and kick you out, and when you're out, they try to destroy your career so you don't fight anywhere. This happened to a lot of fighters. People don't think about that. I had a good time in UFC, and bad times too. The bad time for me is the experience I have behind the scenes. In my fight in Mexico, I made more money than my last 3 fights in MMA. I don't like to talk about the bad, and people say, oh, now you're out of the UFC and you talk bad shit about them. It was good for me sometimes, and it was good for UFC too. It's done, it's over. But it's important I say that everything I say about the situation, because this is what happened to me. The 47-year-old Silva is set to face Bruno Machado next week in Dubai. If he wins, it would put him at a perfect 3-0 since his UFC release, having earned victories over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Tito Ortiz. In an interview following his loss to Khamzat Chimaev, Gilbert Burns noted how he wants a big name next. The welterweight title challenger said he was looking to fight one of the Diaz brothers or Jorge Masvidal. Taking to his social media on Wednesday, Burns once again called out Masvidal by posting a picture of the two of them. In response, Gamebred said that he would be down to fight Burns next. Sounds good to me, let's see. Burns replied by writing, I know you want to get your wrestling on point, so do it while I gotta get my shit done. Then we can make this happen later on this year. What do you guys think about Jorge Masvidal fighting Gilbert Burns? Would you like to see that fight? And who do you think would win? Let us know in the comments section. Recently, Nate Diaz and Justin Gaethje went back and forth on social media over Justin's comments that Charles Oliveira will need to walk through hell like Khabib Nurmagomedov did to beat him this Saturday at UFC 274. Speaking on UFC 274's pre-fight press conference, Gaethje discussed his beef with Diaz and shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Khamzat Chimaev and the younger Diaz brother. Here's the clip.
Has lost over 15 times. Like, come on. So for him to be criticizing me for one loss, I found it funny. And I think he's jealous because he's done. He'll never be here. He'll never be fighting for a world championship. And he'll never achieve a world championship. In the history books, I'm already a world champion. You know, and I don't like it and I don't accept it. I need to make it right on Saturday, but I'll be in the Hall of Fame. He should be too, but just because, you know, the fans love him.
Was there ever talks of you and Nate fighting?
Of course not. I know he's, I heard he turned down Khabib about 20 times, so for him to shit on me for losing to Khabib, I find that hilarious.
On Saturday you said...
But if he's fighting Khamzat next, then I got to give him some credit.
You don't see that fight going his way?
I don't know. Of course not. But you know, again, I'm a fan of the sport because anything can happen at any time. But he doesn't. What's he gonna? He's not gonna out wrestle him. He doesn't even have the power to shut someone's light out on accident. You know, so no chance. He is a 0% chance. 1% chance.
In his latest social media posts, Sean Strickland weighed in on Pat Barry dating his student in Rose Namajunas. This is not the first time Strickland has aired his thoughts about male coaches dating female fighters they are training. Previously, he has taken aim at coach Jim West, who's coaching Aspen Ladd, and this is the second time he's going after Pat Barry. Here are the tweets. This showed up on my Twitter feed. Looks like they met on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Bro, you been on the Lolita Express? At HyperDie. Okay, I'm done making fun of Pat the Predator Barry. Rose followed me on IG once, so naturally, I slid into her DMs. I didn't know she had an, what would you call him? A groomer? I don't know. Either way, I won't touch this again. Hopefully Pat will do the same when he's around children. Michael Chandler will be looking to snap his 2-fight losing skid against Tony Ferguson this Saturday at UFC 274. Speaking to UFC News just a few days ahead of the event, Chandler shared his thoughts on the matchup and explained why he considers Ferguson still extremely dangerous despite his recent downturn. Here's the clip.
You know, every fight is different, but every fight is so much the same. You're fighting a guy with 2 arms and 2 legs in the skill set of mixed martial arts who weighs around the same weight that you do. So, but what Tony brings to the table is different. It's definitely a relentless pace and also the uncertainty of what's about to happen next. Tony Ferguson is a certified one-of-one talent. We will never see another fighter like Tony Ferguson. In a lot of good ways, you know, a couple bad ways where he falls short, but we're not too far removed from the Tony Ferguson win streak that was 12 fights and he looked unbeatable and probably could have beat Khabib in a lot of people's eyes. I'm believing that's the Tony Ferguson that we're going to see on Saturday night. And to be quite honest, you can't prepare for Tony Ferguson. There is not a man alive in my gym or any gym around the world that can emulate Tony Ferguson. Even Tony Ferguson can't emulate Tony Ferguson because what we saw last fight could be completely different than what we saw this fight. So part of this fight game is being able to negotiate the exchanges and navigate what's happening inside those 5-minute rounds and just know that you're trained and whatever gets thrown at you or whatever game plan he decides to come with, you're going to be ready for it. And we believe we put together a great one and we're going to get our hand raised.
Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user Sweet Baby Gang for Life. Second place goes to Fernbird ENT. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named StrongBro. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.